Hello and welcome again. My name is Joshi, and last year I was amongst one of the international students in Belgium. Here I was enrolled in a 1 year master's program, which was technically just for 10 months, but yeah, I was on a 1 year student visa. That being said, after graduation, I still had some time left to think about stuff or look for a job, but it was a very short window. So either I had to make a quick decision or I had to extend my time limit. I mean, I was already preparing for this situation way before than my graduation, but it's just like the things turned out a bit harder than what I was expecting. And in case if you also fell into a similar situation, I decided to make this video for you. But why do you need to extend your stay in the first place? Well, sometimes you just need some extra time to think about your future plans or to get an opportunity that you were looking for. Especially in case of international students, competition plays a huge factor when you are trying to get an opportunity that you deserve, which kind of justifies the need for some extra time. Now, you can extend your residence permit both as a student before graduation and after graduation as well. Now, let's just begin by stating how can you extend your residence permit as a student before graduation. Here, the first thing that comes to my mind is by deferring your graduation, you can extend your residence permit. Well, in case of graduation deferral, it doesn't mean you are failing or retaking any of your exams. It just means that you are delaying your convocation ceremony to get that degree certificate. Instead, you can use that time preliminary for either doing an internship or looking for a job. Now, although it sounds really a very good idea, it might not be an option for everyone because as I already told you before, my course was scheduled just for 10 months, which gave me an option where I can defer my graduation from July semester to December semester, giving me 2 extra months. Now, I didn't attempt it for that option, but it was always there. But you can also ask, why do you get an extension just for 2 months? Now, let me tell you out of a personal experience, these 2 months are more than enough to complete your bureaucratic procedures after you receive an offer. Okay, now let's just say you are seriously considering about deferring your graduation. What if you deferred your graduation first and then in future you decided not to do so? Well, when we were presented with this as an option, it was clearly mentioned that once deferred, we cannot undefer our graduation unless and until we have a very strong reason, which is what exactly happened in a case of my friend. Like somewhere in the month of June, he submitted his application for deferring his graduation, but then by August, he had already signed an offer. And the thing was, in order to join the company, he needed to show his graduation degree. But because he had already deferred, he didn't had his degree certificate in his hand. So what he did is he just requested to our school to undefer his graduation and give him the degree a bit earlier. Fortunately, things went really smooth from our school's end. So I would say it really depends on every subject. It depends on what kind of options your university provides you with. What if you don't have an option to defer your graduation? Well, in that case, you can always extend it. Now, the key difference between an extension and a deferral is an extension, you're actually retaking some of your exams or presentation, or sometimes also postponing them from one semester to another. So here, the time which you can extend in your residence permit really depends on the number of semesters that you're left with in your hand. But if you ask particularly to me, instead of extending it for more than a couple of months, I'll highly recommend to just apply for a different visa. Now, these are some of the ways with which you can extend your residence permit time limit as a student before graduation. Now, many also prefer to just apply for another master's or sometimes PhD as well. But because technically it's not an extension, it is just doing it again. So I wouldn't be mentioning it as a valid option. Okay, but now how can you extend your time limit in your residence permit once you're already graduated? Well, in that case, if you have graduated from a Belgian university, you can always apply for 1 year job search visa, which gives you an extra year to either look for a job or just to think about your future plans. Now remember, all these extensions or all these extra stays doesn't come for free. You always need to show some financial means to support your stay. Now, if you want to know more about job search visa specifically in detail, then I've already created a dedicated video about the same, which I might have already posted or will post soon. So you can find it on my channel. Now, what if you want to explore beyond the boundaries of Belgium? Well, in that case, if you're graduating from one of the top schools or universities in Belgium, you have an option to apply for 1 year of job search visa from Netherlands as well. Now, the list of these top universities or schools is very dynamic, which means by the time you are watching this video, it might have already changed. So it's always better if you could just check on their official website, or also with your own university if you are qualified for that visa or not. But people graduating from my school, that is Vlerik Business School, are eligible to apply for this type of visa. Now, one advantage with this visa is you can apply for 1 year of job search visa at any time in next 3 years after you finished your graduation. Just as an example, let's just say if you are graduating in current year, but you don't wish to stay in Europe the next year, you still have an option to apply for job search visa in Netherlands till next 3 years. Now, irrespective of you graduating from a Belgian university or not, you are still entitled for applying for a self-employment professional card, which allows you to work as a freelancer. But because the process to apply for a self-employment professional card is very different, which is not at all related to you being a student or you having a work permit or residence permit in the first place, that means you simply just cannot extend it. Because of that, I won't be talking in detail about that. But if you just want to know more about this option, I'll be mentioning the link in the description. You can just go and check what you want. Now, I hope you got what you were looking for in this video. So thank you for your time, and yeah, see you in the next one.